Your friends tell you you're a great storyteller. You've gotten great response every time you've said a few words at a wedding reception or a funeral. You find a speaker's bureau, dial their number, a pleasant voice answers. You introduce yourself and say, "Hi, I'm a terrific speaker. I'd like to talk to you about getting on the speaking circuit." "I see," the person says. "What do you speak about?" "Oh, well," you say confidently, "I can speak about anything." "Oh, is that right? And what is your fee?" "Oh, well, I haven't actually been paid to speak yet, but I was thinking maybe $500 to start. Does that sound okay?" "Well, since you've made 5 horrible mistakes in the first 20 seconds of the conversation, the bureau rep has already pegged you as a bozo. You've rung that bell loudly and clearly, and nothing you can say now will unring it, unfortunately." What did you say that was so wrong? First, anyone who says they'd like to get on the speaking circuit won't be getting on it anytime soon for 2 reasons. 1, it doesn't exist. And 2, they uttered the phrase while talking to a bureau rep. A circuit suggests there's a string of set venues that book speakers on a regular basis, like comedy clubs or other nightclubs, and nothing could be further from the truth. Next, anyone who says they can speak about anything has exposed himself as an amateur who doesn't know the very first thing a professional has to know, and that is exactly what he or she speaks about, and an elevator speech she can perform on cue, anytime, anywhere. An elevator speech is a summation of what you do in the time it takes an elevator to go, say, 3 floors. If you haven't been paid to speak yet, most bureaus aren't interested in talking with you. Speakers bureaus are not in the business of training amateurs how to write presentations, learn to speak professionally, and book their own engagements. That's all up to the amateur. Speakers become professionals the same way baseball players do. They have a passion for their craft. They work tirelessly at it for no pay. They continue to try to improve every facet of their game. They struggle in the minors for very little pay. And when they're ready to play in the big leagues, a bureau is happy to represent them because they put in the work and sacrifice that such a step requires. Next, the bozo said, "I was thinking maybe $500. There are a few bureaus who have speakers on their rosters who speak for only $500, but they're very rare. Most serious bureaus won't work with anyone who charges less than $2,000, and for many, the lowest fee is around $5,000. Some beginners think that charging lower fees will attract buyers, but the fact is that professional planners know that any speaker charging $500 is an inexperienced wannabe. I work with Kepler speakers quite a lot. Go to their website and click on Categories. Find your general topic or category and click on it. Then click on Fee Range and click on Under 10,000 and then click on Go, and you'll learn a lot. Next, the bozo said, "Does $500 sound okay?" If you ask a bureau representative what they think you should charge, you've given yourself away as a rank and uninformed novice. Speakers establish very firm fee structures, so all the bureaus who represent them quote the same fees. I've never taped one of my speeches, so I don't have a video. Then you have little chance of being chosen before the hundreds of speakers who do have a good little preview. A beginner might ask, "What do you mean by technical requirements?" Well, just as professional speakers come in all shapes and sizes, so do their technical requirements. Okay, another bozo question. Now, exactly how does this work? Do I have to pay you to try to get me gigs or what? First of all, using the term gig is considered a bit gauche in the speaking business and is used only among close friends, if at all. Engagements, bookings, or events are the preferred terms. If you cold call a bureau and have to ask how their business works, you haven't done your homework. They know you're sadly uninformed, and most of them will be gritting their teeth as they patiently explain to the 500th bozo how it works. When they book an engagement for you, they'll take their commission from your fee. Standard is 25%, though 30% or even more is not unheard of. My fee is $5,000 inclusive. Usually means that you'll pay for your own travel and the client will only be responsible for paying for your lodging, which actually I've found is pretty attractive to a lot of clients who don't like adding up receipts any more than I do. If you say, I don't have a promo pack or a website up yet, the bureau rep immediately knows you're a bozo. Then nobody knows who you are, what you do, or why they should hire you. In the submission guidelines on some bureaus' websites, you'll see a requirement that all the materials you submit be bureau-friendly. That means it doesn't have yours or anyone else's contact information on it. If a client first finds out about you through a bureau, you owe that booking and any spin-offs or additional engagements that come as a result of that booking to that bureau forever. That's the way it works. If you ever circumvent that obligation and the bureau finds out about it, they'll be justifiably upset with you and probably won't work with you again. I've never gotten into the cell phone thing, never even owned one, or, you know, I like personal contact, hate emailing, never check my email more than once a month. If you're proud of your old school ways, keep it to yourself when you're talking to a bureau. So, in contrast, what does a professional say when he or she first contacts a bureau about possible representation? And when I say contacts, I mean calls on the telephone. In my experience, emails get, well, let's see, approximately 0 response. Bureau reps are just too busy to bother, and the delete key is very easy to tap. Here are a few lines that immediately put the bureau rep at ease because they know they're talking to a pro. Well, I certainly hope that was helpful to you. I tried to cram a lot of information into a very short segment, but if you want to see a ton more information on that very topic, just go to fasttrackprospeaking.com and you'll find a whole universe of information at your fingertips that'll help put you on the fast track to professional speaking.